Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Welcome to Wake and Stretch on this Monday morning. Where are we? Today is the 29th. Ooh, second to last day of the month. So July is right around the corner. Yay, July! So today I thought we could do some pranayama and some kind of flow. Not sure what kind of flow it'll be. Part of me wants to be gentle, part of me wants to do strength. So maybe it'll be a strong, gentle flow. Something like that. I do have some ambient music as well, which I'll be playing by the illustrious DJ Taz Rashid. It's one of my favorite collection of ambience to use while doing my practice. So all three dogs are here. They were a bit rambunctious probably about 5 minutes ago. Right now they seem pretty calm, but let's see what happens when we get on the mat. So good luck to all of us. Yep. Okay, oops, sorry. All right, I'm gonna push play. Do a little sound test here. Make sure that all of us can hear it. That should be a decent level of volume. I still want you to be able to hear the nature sounds because that's really the soothing part, right? So as always, take care of yourself. Do what you need to as we move through this practice. Grab any props that you may need. I always have a block nearby, but if you'd like to have something else near you, more pillows, more blankets, go ahead and grab them. And let's get on the mat. So find a nice, comfortable seated position. Oh, low-key. Sitting up nice and tall. Let your eyes gently close. And start to connect with your breath. Just nice, gentle inhales and exhales to start off with. And if a yawn or a deep breath comes up, allow yourself to do that, to take that deep breath, to take that yawn. Once you get settled a little bit better into your breath, bring one hand to your heart and one to your belly. And feel the breath in the chest and in the belly. And if you happen to feel it more in your chest, see if you can drop it a little bit and bring it down to the belly. This type of breath is more grounding, more calming. You will always breathe through the lungs and the chest, but the focus is to not make it the primary right now. We want to drop it a little bit. And then from here, let's change the hands and bring them so that they're on your ribs. Bring the thumb in back and the fingers in front, and let the hands go up as high as you can manage it. And feel your expansion of breath going sideways and on the diagonals. And this breath is felt both in the ribs and in the waistline. If you don't feel it in the waistline, either your hands are, we want the breath to be everywhere, right? Yeah. Let's see if you can fill up both areas, the lungs and the belly. It may slow down your pattern of breath. That's okay. no rush at the moment. And then from here, bring one hand to your sacral, no, that's not your sacral, your solar plexus, wrong S word. So it's between where the ribs come together, right where the diaphragm kind of attaches, one hand right there, and one behind you, the palm can be up or down, it doesn't matter, on your back. So that you feel the breath expanding in this area. Nice full breaths. Full meaning you're not cheating yourself on any air or releasing any in your exhale. Then from here, gently bring your hands onto your legs, palms down for more grounding. And just breathe. Take notice how maybe your breath has changed from 5 minutes ago when we started. From here, let your eyes start to blink open. And inhale, bring your arms out to your side to a T. As you exhale, gently lean over to the left. Left hand can come down a good distance from the hips. Right arm can float up over the head. Just a nice, gentle side stretch, nothing too deep. Inhale as you come up through vertical. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhaling up to center. Exhaling over to the left. Inhaling up through center. Exhale to the right. Inhaling through center. Exhaling to the left. Let's go one more time each side. Follow your own breath pattern. We'll meet in a vertical position. Once you reach vertical, let the hands float back down onto your thighs. Inhale, lift the chest and the eyes. Bring a nice arch to the back. And then exhale, curl, coming into a cat-like position. Inhale, lifting the heart, moving to cow. Exhale, curling into cat. One more time. And come back to a nice neutral spine. Exhale where you need. And go ahead and come off of your block. And let's bring ourselves into child's pose. Just for a few breaths. Gently roll up through the spine and find your way into down dog or plank. If you don't want to be upside down, you can always take plank instead. If you're in down dog, then go ahead and shift into plank, and we'll stay for an additional 3 minutes. 3 breaths. Oh my gosh, 3 minutes. Could you imagine? Just 3 breaths. Good. So playing on a little bit what we did yesterday. From this plank position, inhale, lift the right heel up. As you exhale, step it through or around. to find your lizard. It can be a shallow lizard, you don't have to go super deep here. So in lizard, the front leg is outwardly rotated, and rotate from the hip. If it's too much on your wrists, then rest on your forearms. You can use a block or 2 blocks. You can make fists, whatever you might need to help yourself. And I'm going to take little tiny movement here in the hips. So little tiny shifts side to side. And this is just to get into those subtle little nuances in the hips. And you may feel a little bit more tightness in one spot than another. Just keep your breath moving through. Good. On your inhale, bring yourself back to neutral and some stillness in those hips. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, lift the hips a little bit higher. Squeeze that right heel to the sit bone. Step it back to plank and vinyasa. Take it either to child's pose, down dog, and breathe here for a few breaths. If you're in down dog or actually, no matter which pose you're in, come forward to plank. Inhale that left heel up about an inch. As you exhale, step it through or around and come forward. Low lunge to lizard. Feel free to take this lizard in any shape or form that you need to on this side. And once you're settled in, tiny little movements in the hips from side to side. Shifting the weight from right to left. You get a little bit more groin area, inner thigh, hip flexor, hamstring. And you get to feel the feels. All the things that are happening in those hips this morning. Gently bring yourself back to stillness, coming back to center. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee, come into your high lunge. Lift the hips just a little bit higher. Then slide that left heel to the sit bone. Step it back to plank and vinyasa. Down dog or child's pose. From here, let's find our way up to the top of the mat. So walking, crawling, hopping, floating, dancing, any way you'd like to. And come into your Uttanasana, whatever that means to you. So if you're an inversion-free person, that means that the knees are super bent and your spine is long. If you're okay with going upside down, then go ahead and drop the head. Knees can be soft, especially if your low back is bothering you. Inhale, bring it halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Right, one more time. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, coming all the way up to vertical. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Shift your weight over into your right foot. Lift that thigh up to the chest. Then from here, shift it back. Step back to your warrior two. Let the arms extend out. Let's take a nice reverse warrior here. Inhale, flip the palm. Exhale, lift it up and back. Inhale through warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale to warrior two. Flip the palm, exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. We'll continue with this flow a few more times. Inhaling to warrior two. Exhaling to reverse warrior. Inhaling to warrior two. And exhaling to extended side angle. Let's go go through all that one more time. I'll stop talking now so that you can breathe and follow your breath. When you're finished, we'll meet up in Warrior Two. On your exhale from Warrior Two, shift it forward. Try to find your balance in tree pose. Feel free to bring the arms wherever you would like them to go. If you're feeling like you want more movement, feel free to dance with the arms. You can still find expression through poses. Don't necessarily travel or move. Gently release the pose, coming back to your Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, dive it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold hands down, step and float back to plank. Vinyasa, down dog or child's pose. If you don't want to do the vinyasa, know that you can always skip it and just move to whatever pose feels better for you. Staying in your rest pose for a few breaths. And from here, find your way up to the top of the mat. Lifting the spine halfway. Exhaling and folding. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands come to the heart. So we'll do that whole flow on the second side. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. As you exhale, shift the weight over into the left leg. Right thigh floats up into the chest. From here, soften your standing knee. Reach the left foot back. Find your Warrior Two. Good. Same flow as we did on the first side. Inhaling, rotating the front palm. Exhale, lift that hand up and back, reverse warrior. Inhale through Warrior Two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale to Warrior Two. Flipping the palm. Exhale, lifting it up and back. Inhale, Warrior Two. Exhale, extended side angle. Take the flow a few more times. We'll meet up in Warrior Two. Find your way to Warrior Two if you're not there already. And from here, big push with that back leg to find tree pose on the left leg. It's okay if you fall or have to tap the foot a few times. If you have to grunt and make noises like I do, it's totally fine. And find your peace and calmness in this pose. Even if your legs are struggling, even if you feel like you're falling over, if you need to move to a wall to find that calmness and hold on to the wall, then do that. If you're struggling with the height of the foot, bring it lower. There's no need to force your body into something it's not ready for. From here, gently release down into Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, dive it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway once again. As you exhale, step back with your left foot, about halfway. The back leg is outwardly rotated, front leg is parallel for Parsvottanasana. Lengthen through the spine. Tail and sit bones are shooting back behind you. Belly is lifted up. As you exhale, fold it forward. Hands can come to the thigh, to the shin bone, to the mat, or if you have blocks, feel free to use the blocks. We're looking for a nice stretch through the back of that right leg. One more full breath here. So remember that big push from Warrior 2 to Tree. It's not going to be as big of a push. You want to take it down about 50%. Bend both knees. Keep your head up. Look forward. Hands go forward first, then shift the weight and come into your standing split. It's okay if both knees are bent. It's okay if you feel wobbly here. Just stay consistent with your breath. From here, both feet down to the mat. Find your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bring it down. Forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we'll do all that on the other side. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, dive it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Stay up here. Exhale, step back the right foot. Now breathe normally, however you need. Back leg is outwardly rotated, front leg is parallel. Nice square hips, belly pulling up and in. As you exhale, bring the hands to the thigh, to the shin, to the ground, or to your block. Now fingertips are always an option too, especially if you have wrist issues. You'll strengthen the hands and the fingers when you're on fingertips. Keep your breath nice and steady here. And one more breath. From here, bend both knees, bring the hands forward, start to shift your weight for standing split. Back leg floats up. You can use block underneath your hands. This is perfectly fine. And gently bring both feet to the mat. Find your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, hands come down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Vinyasa, just move into down dog or move into child's pose. And take rest. From here, gently come up onto hands and knees. Just as a transition, go ahead and crawl forward. Sit on one hip or the other and let the legs swing out in front. So the legs are about hip width apart. We're going to move into a pose called Dandasana, which is staff pose. And this is great for posture. Know that you can always sit on props if you need to. Hands come down by your sides, right where the middle of the hip is, the middle of all of that flesh. You want the hands to come flat. We're not actually going to put much pressure there. But if it hurts your wrists, feel free to make fists instead. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall through the spine, scoop the belly. As you exhale, you're just going to gently lower the chin towards the chest. It doesn't have to touch. And you're imagining here that your spine is against a wall. Heels are actively pressing down, toes are lifting up. And there's a little bit of energy through the arms just to find a tad bit more of length. When you press your hands down, it allows the spine and the torso to lengthen just a little bit more. And it's micro, it's such a small little difference, but it is a difference. But on your inhale, lift the head. Exhale, gently release. Try to keep that posture going for the next couple poses. We're going to take Janusirsasana. So grab that left leg. Go ahead and give it a little rock from side to side. Now, generally speaking, in a yoga practice, we do right things first and then left things. I felt like doing it differently today. So we're going left things and then right things. And left things and then right things. Anyhow, so sitting up nice and tall, your legs are basically in a tree position, but seated. Inhale, sit up nice and tall through the spine. As you exhale, little micro twist so that your sternum is facing your thigh. Then from here, there can be a forward fold. It doesn't matter how far you go, as long as you're feeling sensation in the lower back. You might feel it in the hip. You may feel it behind the straight leg or through the spine, because this is a forward fold. Just gently breathe into the pose. On your inhale, gently roll up through the spine. As you exhale, twist to your left. Well, the right hand can come around the thigh that's bent, or the leg that's bent. And inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale where you need, release out that left leg. You can give a little shake here. And switch to the other side. So the right leg now comes into a cradle position, gently rocking from side to side. And then bring yourself into Janusirsasana, a tree position in the legs. So the bottom of the foot touches the inner leg. Sitting up nice and tall. Exhaling, twisting towards the straight leg, and then folding if your body is available for that. Gently roll up as you inhale. Exhale where you need to. Release the leg out. Give it a good shake, a little rock, a little pop. And then from here, let's come onto the back. So gently rolling down through the spine. Being mindful that if you do have your hair in a ponytail, that you move it so that your head can be flat on the mat. So from here, arms down by your sides, we're going to take a few bridge poses, and we'll do it more Pilates style than yoga style. So walk the inner edges of your feet together, squeeze the inner thighs together. The reason for this is to activate the inner thighs and then to get up into the abdominals as well. So it's a powerhouse of strength, right? The arms are by your sides, palms down, and this is to help support the movement. So take a nice inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to scoop the belly, use the glutes, and lift the hips up. Stay for a full breath. Stay for the next inhale. Then exhale, keep those inner thighs pulling together and just gently lower the hips down. You don't have to articulate anything just yet, just let it lower down. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop the belly. Squeeze the glutes, lift up, stay for a full breath. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, keep the spine stable and just lower down so you're hinging at the hip. Take your inhale here, let the spine go to neutral. Exhale, scoop the belly, use those glutes, lift it up. Stay for a full breath. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, gently lower down the hips. No articulation through the spine. It's just a different technique of working through the legs and the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop the belly, lift those hips. And we're gonna add to the intensity here. On your inhale, extend out the left leg, knees together. Exhale, lower the hips, but don't touch the mat. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower down. Press it up. Lower down. Don't touch the mat with the booty. And press it up. One more time. Bring both feet together. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down. Let everything relax. Let your spine go to neutral. Take another inhale here. Exhale, engage the abdominals, lift the hips. Let the other leg extend, knees together, inner thighs pulling together. As you see. Let your hips lower, don't touch the mat, and then press it up. Lower the hips. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift it up. 2 more times. One last time. Both feet together. Take one final inhale. And then exhale, gently lower the hips down. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. Give a little rock from side to side. From here, let your knees go out to the side. Hold on to your ankles or feet so that you're in a floating, reclined, bound angle pose. It's okay if the feet don't actually touch one another. We just want some nice openness through those hip flexors. The entire spine is looking to lengthen on the mat. And I'm only using, and hopefully you're only using, enough energy to hold the legs in this position. Good. From here, full reclined bound angle pose, so let the pinky edges of the feet come down to the mat. Arms can rest where you'd like them to. Let the spine do what it needs to. And gently let the legs extend out underneath you, finding your Shavasana. Letting the legs come about mat width apart, falling to their natural rotation. Arms by your sides, but no higher than your shoulders. Eyes closed, and take rest. gradually start to deepen your breath. Find energy in your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, hands, and feet. Let the arms extend overhead. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Hug the knees in towards your chest and give a gentle rock from side to side. From here, roll on to your right side. Coming into fetal position. Use your arm under your head as a pillow. And then gently press yourself up to a seated position. Either hands pressed together at your heart, or one on your heart and one on your belly. And take a few moments here just to check in. And as always, giving a few moments of gratitude, something you're thankful for in this very moment. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Hopefully you're feeling pretty good. There was some strength in there. It was gentle. It's interesting how we can say gentle and strong, and in our language it means two different things, but also can be incorporated to mean the same thing. I don't know, it's a little crazy. Anyway, I'll leave the deep intellectual stuff for other people. So yeah, we have what did I say today was the 29th? Ooh, we have one more day in June. All right, so tomorrow is the last day for June Wake and Stretch. Let me know if you would like to do anything special on this day. I mean, of course I have my own ideas, but I would love to hear what you might want to do tomorrow. So leave it in the comments, send me a DM, whatever it is that you feel comfortable with, to let me know what you would like to do tomorrow. Sound good? Cool. So have a beautiful day. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye.